Bang. Yabbity-doo. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see if I could get this. It's one of those, days, I guess. Are we live? Yeah, I think we're live. Yeah, welcome everyone to Petey Aprendendo Português. It's the Petey. We are at Cinderella Hour. It is midnight in Brazil, but it is also before midnight, an hour before midnight where I am currently. So, welcome everyone to Petey Aprendendo Português. My voice is a little bit deeper tonight. Why? Is it because, Petey, you're suddenly manlier? No, it's because currently, as it stands, there is a wildfire going on in Ottawa, Canada, and actually the winds have carried all that smoke everywhere to the northeast region of the United States of America. So, my throat's really itchy. I'm chewing on I got a couple of cough drops ready to go, but I've been sick, man. Like, I keep getting sick. That's my excuse for not working hard in Duolingos, I guess. Yeah, we'll talk more about my personal life, I suppose. But today is quite a fantastic day. That is 1,008 days on the daily streak for Duolingo. But till then, yesterday was 1,007, and we have to say goodbye to today. I'm going to screenshot this for now, because I don't know why. 100 plus 7, I don't know. 7 is a lucky number. I'm not going to share it anywhere, but let's say goodbye to 107. And that old chess stuff. Oh, wow, we moved up in the league. We're in 25th place. Are you kidding me? Eee. So yeah, we got some work to do. So without further ado, let's just dive in. Oh, passaporte. Oh, okay. I gotta open up the channel. There we go. Eu falo português. Okay, so we're in 24th place. But we have 26 out of 40 questises. Let's go to the leaderboard. I don't think we're going to get demoted, but if we do, that's going to be a mega shame. All right. Wow, everybody up to 10th place has got 1,000 experience points. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. All right, let's do a warm-up. Since we are on 1,008 days, let's do something from Unit 8 as a warm-up. And I actually messed up a lot in yesterday's warm-up. So, even though it's earlier in the Duolingo unit, we sometimes forget things. And it's okay to sometimes forget things. And speaking of things, let's describe things.
A água é salgada.
The water is salty. I don't even have to look at it. That's how good at translating I am, because I'm a master of okay. A água é salgada. The water is salty. There we go.
Ela pede batatas pequenas.
What is it? Paige, she orders the small potatoes.
A chave é pequena.
The key is small. A chave é pequena. I want to say pequeña, like Spanish. To this day, tu tens bom livro? Do you have a good book? Let's see. Biscoito salgado. Yes. A salty cookie. A casa.
A casa é
boa.
boa.
The house is good. Ele come frango frito. He eats fried chicken. Eles são...
Elas
são amargas.
amargas.
They are bitter. Referring to the primarily feminine they. Yeah. Massas são azedas. Apples are sour. Right? Yeah. Next one.
Ele é grande homem.
He is a great human. He is a great man. Ele é grande homem.
Os cavalos não são grandes.
The horses are not
A fazenda tem novos cavalos.
big. Has new horses. The farm has new horses. Now, leo livros pequenos. We don't read small books. I do not read.
Ele tem novo gato.
He has a new cat. Wow, a new cat. Or a young cat. Novo gato could mean young cat. Alright, it's almost 11:11. Make a wish. Eu tenho casa nova. I have a... Fuck, nova. Casa is feminine, right?
É amargo.
Amargo. See, I get too cocky. But
Ela frita ovo pequeno.
frita. She fries a small egg, which is very common in Brazil, might I add. I've seen people snack on like these tiny quail eggs, which is normally what you would see in like an Asian food market, but I don't know, it was kind of cool to see that surprise. All right, let's review the stupid mistake I made. Eu tenho uma casa nova. I have a new house, and I'm glad you could afford it in this market. That makes one of us. All right, I have a new house. Bam bam, listening star. Great, 94%. And yeah, that's that. Now let's check out that flame. Daily quest update first, of course. Get 5 in a row in 2 lessons, 90% or higher in 5 lessons. Very nice. But most importantly, let's check out that flame. Boom. 108 days on the daily streak. Keeping the flame going. Keeping it alive. We have kept the flame at a nice, crisp 1008. I think 108 is something, has to do with something highly spiritually sound and all that, but that's I think it has to do with Buddhism. But let's check out that phone app right now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Story complete. And daily quest stuff. 80% or higher in 4 lessons, 20 minutes learning. And let's see that flame. Boom. 1008. Making the connection from Tuesday to Wednesday. Only 3 days until you get a perfect streak on that day. Oh my god, I'm going to screenshot it. Oh my god, I'm so cool. And then let's try to get a second dopamine hit here. You can see kind of the reflection of it. And my internet is muito mal. Daily quest stuff. Another 5 minutes learning. And boom, 1008 days on the daily streak. Ooh, yeah, girl. Let me just screenshot that bad boy, and we'll continue on. You know, we gotta really hustle butt here. I'm done talking. This is gonna be nose to the grindstone, straight up. Wow, we're still in 24th place. Goddamn. Okay. Okay, before I keep going. Oh, I almost forgot. Yesterday, if we still have the crown. Yeah, we got the 29th crown for Unit 29. So we'll get the last one. The final crown. Final crown. 24th place. Wow, Craig even beat us. Jeez, my dude. Okay, so we got 505 experience. So let's maybe get up to 1,000. I don't know. Feels like I'm always a day behind here. But let's give Unit 3 a shot. Maybe we could try some practicing on Unit 3. Or, sorry, 3. 30. Unit 30. 30. Now 3. Yeah. Página 5. There we go. Ele recebeu o dinheiro. Eles cantam. Eu tenho o texto. I assemble. A mesa. I don't know what the monto. Oh, right. We got that wrong last time. Oh, I don't know what the word for send is. NVR, I think, if my memory serves. He sends a letter. Nós temos marco. Ele manter a fazenda. Mantém a fazenda. Eu monto a mesa. I mount the table. Ele mantém a fazenda. Yes, he maintains the farm. Ele... I don't know. What's the word for collects? Collects. I don't know the word for junta. Oh, right. Gathers, like together. Okay. Join. Junta is join. All right. We're going to try that again. Nós montamos aquele carro. We assemble that car. Ela canta para ele. Com ele. With him. Okay. She sings with him. A comunidade convidamos, or convida o pesquisador. The community invites the researcher for lunch. Convida. A comunidade convida o pesquisador para o almoço. A ponte. Aponta. Oh my god. Junto começa amanhã. June starts tomorrow. Great. A menina escreve muitas páginas. Eles aparecem à noite. They appear at night. Alright, let's try it again. Let's keep it going. Família convida o escritor para o jantar. Eles gritam seu nome. They yell your name. As botas dói. Machucam. Os pássaros. Os pássaros. Cantam. Yes. Okay. Eles aparecem à noite. They appear at night. Quando nós sentamos, nós comemos. Quando. Eles pensam sobre liberdade. Ok. Duolingo. Eu escolho você. Duolingo, I choose you. As botas machucam. With an H. The boots hurt. Quando, with a D, nos sentamos, nos comemos. There we go. We got 20 XP. Eu jogo. What is it? Eu jogo em uma banda. Eu toco. Alright. That's okay. Eles produzem pão. They produce bread. Eu monto. Shit. Eu monto a mesa. Okay. Você senta no chão. You sit on the floor. Ele. He gathers. Ele junta as roupas. Okay, he gathers up the clothes. Um momento depois ela aparece. After she appears. A moment later, she shows up. Where do? Aonde eles mantêm o sal? Where do they keep the salt? Generally, eu canto em o banheiro. No chuveiro. Right, that's the word for shower. No. Você... Oh, wait, nós temos marco. Do we have a landmark? Geralmente eu canto, like encanto, no chuveiro. Geralmente eu canto no chuveiro. There we go. Qual é a minha nota? What is my grade? Meu sobrinho sends enviar cartas. Envia. Okay. O liberdade. The freedom. Oh, it's a liberdade. Lady Liberty is feminine. Right. Oh, and we got a viewer on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. How you doing? All right. Well, we got 20 XP. Did that bump us up a little bit? Okay, we went up one rank. Oh my God, I gotta stop obsessing about these numbers. All right, let's try and win this. You know, there's got to be something here. Nós montamos aquele carro. Ela cantam com ele. Canta. Okay, nós produzimos cheese. A ponta. The edge. Você senta no chão. Do you sit on the floor? Floor gang. Ele envia uma resposta. I spelled it wrong. Eles aparecem à noite. They appear at night. Aparecem, I think is how you say it. Ela junta as moedas. Okay. Ela canta com ele. Canta. Você senta no chão. Página 5, which is an older one. O século, the decade begins today. Século is century. O século começa hoje. The century starts today. Machucam. Is a historical landmark. Eu monto a mesa. There we go. Meu sobrinho envia cartas. Okay. Aonde eles mantêm o sal? Where do they keep the salt? As botas machucam. The boots hurt. Okay. Minha filha, my daughter, tem duas notas de $5. Yes, my daughter has 2 notes of $5. O lemon, produzir suco também. Okay, também produz suco. Ela, What's the word for searches? Okay. My Della. Ella. What is it? Procura. Ela procura por sua mãe. Alright. We still got the 20 XP. Do we... Okay, we're in 21st place. We're boinking up there. Borking up there. Alright, let's try to get this unit done. Man, even just getting 20 XP in unit 30 is tough. Eu canto. Eu começo hoje. I start today. As botas machucam. There we go. Momento. Depois ela aparece. A moment later she shows up. Eu monto a mesa. There we go. Duolingo. Eu escolho você. Eles enviam caixas para nós. They send boxes to us. Ela monta. What is it? Mantém a carteira. Carteira na bolsa. Okay, she keeps the wallet in the bag. Responde. Oh, okay, I forgot the S. The woman answers. Minha filha. Failure. That's what I feel like. Tem duas notas de $5. Ela perdeu. Ele perdeu o dinheiro dele. O seu dinheiro. Perde o seu dinheiro. Eu procuro para o trabalho. Ou o emprego. Enviamos para falar. Oh, conviados. Oh my god, ele para falar. Alright, we didn't get that right the way we wanted to, but that's okay. Eu canto. Yeah, I sing. Nós produzimos muito queijo. I produce a lot of cheese. Aponta. Eu começo hoje. Eles gritam seu nome. Eles aparecem à noite. Eu monto a mesa. Ok. Eu começo hoje. Ok. Onde eles mantêm o sal. Quando sentamos, nós comemos. There we go. Minha liberdade é mais importante. My liberty is more important. Os sapatos machucam a menina. There we go. The shoes hurt the girl. Minha filha tem duas notas de $5. Okay. I send a letter tomorrow. Eu envio uma carta amanhã. There we go. How do we respond to these letters? Como respondemos aos cartas? A estas cartas. Como nós respondemos a estas cartas? Okay. E mantém o relógio. He keeps the watch. Nós escolhamos nome do bebê. The name of the baby. We choose the name of the baby. Okay. Como nós respondemos a estas cartas? And that's my guess. This is for the win, and if we don't get it, that's okay. And we got it. Respondemos. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I keep forgetting the S. I guess the S key doesn't want to work today. But we got that one notch in the belt. High scorer. You earned 40 XP in this lesson. Very nice, everybody. I mean, you all didn't do anything. It's me doing all the work here, you punks. And I think that deserves a subscribe if you want to love me. Yeah, baby, love me. All right, what are we doing? Okay, we're in 20th place. I want to get to 1,000 XP. So help me. And if I could get to 1,000 XP, then I'll finish. It's gonna be one of those weekends. Nos queimamos o bolo. Ela estuda fotografia. This is a shot in the dark. Estuda is actually a word. Okay. Nos. Somewhere in my subconscious. Agradecemos ao juiz. I don't know what that word means. Agora. That'll bite me in the butt later. Agora nos escolhamos a porta. Close the door. I thought that said choose. I'm delirious. I double clicked. What is it? Ooh, Berso? This crib? Berso. I typed in Barco. Obamos. Obama. No, we Obama the crib. At least deixa a comida na minha casa. He opens the presents. Agora nós fechamos a porta. There we go. Nós roubamos o berço. Yes, we steal the crib. Ela diz que ela não tem sonhos. Sonia. Diz que não sonha. What a dream. Okay, we got 665. Pardon my sniffles. I am... Wow, score 90% or higher in 5 lessons. Wow. Alright, let's keep it going. Let's do like 2 more and then we'll try to earn 90% or higher. Estudamos. Oh my god. Estudo. Duh. Let's try that again. That was poopy brain. O aluno agradece a he thanks. Oh, okay. Agradece is thanking someone. Eu quero. Shit. Eu quero o presente. I want a present. Sorry. Elas queimam. They burn the soup. He watches the spider. Vemos a araña. My brain is fried. Observa. He observes it. Si me la parece dos. Okay. Nos. We leave the cup. Xícara. Deixamos. Oh my god, xícara. Alright. Okay. They fetch the window. Ela gritam. He. O aluno agradece a professora. Thanks to the professor. Ele abre os presentes. He opens the presents. Elas, that's number 3. Queimam a sopa. They burn the soup. Quantos pedaços você quer? There we go. Eles parecem, which is this one, naturais. They seem natural. Eles, gosto o arroz. Prova. Oh, right, when you say, okay. He laughs. Ele prova. Sorry, eles provam o arroz. See, funny thing is, Naya always tells me to try things when she's feeding me. And she says, prova. I don't know why I forgot that. O principal. Principio. Alright, well, we got the 20 experience points. That's not nothing, folks. Alright, we're gonna keep grinding away. Bolsa não fecha. Bag does not close. Eu quero presente. Okay. O frango queima no forno. The chicken burns in the oven. Ele ri. Okay. Nós agradecemos ao juiz. We thank the judge. Ele estuda na sala de estar. The living room. He studies in the living room. Eles parecem. They seem natural, if you know what I mean. É pedaço. Pequeno. Is a little piece. Nós roubamos o berço. Why do I use Obama to remember that? Eles levantam os livros. Carregam os livros. They carry the books. Ela fits in the bed. Na cama. I know it's na cama, but it's like fits. Fito. I'm gonna do fito. Cabe. I don't even know, man. O principio. I don't even remember doing that one. There we go. Principal. My teaches her children. What's the word for seus? I know it's like teaches seus filhos. This is a throwaway. Ensina os filhos. Okay. Well, we tried it twice, and that's pretty cool. Oh, we did score 90% or higher in 5 lessons, I guess. But does it show in the quest markings? I don't know. What if we just keep level grinding here, and we'll find out in a quick second. Porta não fecha. Door does not shut. Eu quero presente. Ok. O frango queima o forno. Eu ensina português. Shit, I spelled it wrong. Ele leva álcool para o... He takes alcohol to the festival. Ele... Oh my god, I forget what watches is. Aranha. I don't know what it is. Observa. He observes the spider. O espectador. He. The spectator left. Ele dorme e sonhos. Sonha. Alright, let's try it again. Agradece o professor. Ele observa a sua filha. Yes. Eles riem dela. They laugh at her. Nós estudamos livros históricos. We study historical books. He leaves food on the table. Deixa. Oh my god. I'm pooping on my head. Nos lançamos uma nova revista. Novo jornal. Oh, newspaper, not magazine. I'm remembering like an old exercise for some reason. Leva takes alcohol to the festival. Eles parecem naturais. They seem natural. Ela deixa a comida na minha casa. He leaves food in my house. Nós lançamos jornal novo. There we go. Nós roubamos o berço. There we go. A menina tenta a sopa. Prova. Oh, I'm using tried in the other sense of the word. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to do like another exercise. So let's maybe we'll talk about the present. We'll try to zoom by that.
Eles produzem café.
Meu sobrinho envia.
Oh, my nephew sends letters.
Oh, menino.
Beija
a
menina.
menina.
Nós montamos aquele carro.
We assemble that car. Yes.
Ele
ensina
inglês.
He teaches English.
Ela lê, então aprende.
Then learns. Eu não concordo. I do not
A
agree.
comunidade convida o pesquisador para o almoço.
The community invites the researcher for lunch.
Por que você chora? Fora. Chora.
What's a chora? Chora is cry. Okay. See, I would have gotten that one wrong. Os meninos fecham a janela. The boys close
Por
the
que
window.
você mente? Mente.
Why do you lie?
Ela estuda 10 meses por ano.
Ela estuda 10 meses por ano. She studies 10 months a year.
Qual você escolhe? Qual você escolhe?
What do you choose?
Eu moro na minha casa.
Eu moro na minha casa. Eu moro. I live in my
Eles
house.
parecem naturais. Eles parecem naturais.
They seem natural.
Ela procura o pescador.
Ela procura o pescador. She looks for the
O
fisherman.
juiz julga o bispo. O
O juiz.
juiz.
What is it? Julga.
Jornal. Julga o bispo.
The judge judges. Julga judges the bishop. Wow. And we got a perfect lesson. So we got 5 out of 5 with 90% or higher. That was a good review. And, 10 XP ain't nothing. We got 3 lingots, and that's a beautiful thing. So we got some limited time. We bumped up from like 500 experience points to 700. 700 experience. 735. And we'll keep it going, yo. We will keep it going. What do you guys think? Yeah. Os meninos fecham a janela. Eles parecem naturais. Yeah. Quantos pedaços você quer? How many pieces do you want? Ele abre abre with an R-E. Os presentes. Eles carregam os livros. There we go. Nós rimos para você. Com vocês. Oh, with you, not at you. To you. Ela prova o alimento. She tastes the food. Oh, come on. That should be right. My answer should be accepted, you poopy butt. Ela diz que não sonha. Okay, she says that she does not dream. Nós rimos com você. Vocês. With uses. Você não fecha. Ele abre os presentes. Erika, nós queimamos o bolo. We burn the cake. Ele dorme e sonhas. Yeah, sonha. Eles riem dela. They laugh at her. Ele come pedaço grande de chocolate. Yes, she eats a big piece of chocolate. They seem, parecem natural. Eu, oh my god, I forget. Jogo os livros na cama. Lanço. I launched the books on the bed. Eu lanço os livros na cama. There we go. I throw the books on the bed. Eles, oh my god, travel on Saturdays. Viamos los sábados. This is a guess. Viajam. Oh, like bom viajam. Aos sábados. Okay. O chefe. Oh, I don't know a festa. I don't know what delays is. I don't know. Atrasa. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't remember any of this. Okay, we might just only get up to 800 XP, which is kind of a bummer. But it'll yoink us up to maybe like 50 XP. Man, it's a grind this week. I don't know what the heck's going on here. We're like doing our best, you know? Aneta agradece pelo bolo. Yeah. He teaches. Ensina. Ensina. Inglês. He teaches English. Elas queimam a sopa, they burn the soup. Eu quero presente. I want a present. Elegí. Okay. Carteiro viaja com sua filha. Viajar with a J. Nos Obamas. Obamos. Uberso. See, I remember Obama raising taxes and stuff. Ela diz que não sonha. She says she does not dream. Os sapatos now. Oh my god. Cabe is fit. Cabem. Oh my god, because it's referring to more than one shoe. Porta now fecha. Yes, okay. Sua proteção é mais importante. Your protection is more important. Nos vire. O relógio no verão. Atrasamos. Okay, like turn back. Okay. Ele fala sobre os princípios deles. Seus princípios. Something like that. Okay, we moved up a rank. Where are we? Okay, 775. Okay, we just need to do 2 more segments of 20 XP, and we could at least make it up to above 800. Alright, here comes the grind. Midnight is coming soon. A porta não fecha. Yeah, the door's is not. Ele estuda na sala de estar. He studies in the living room. A lampada queima a toalha. The light bulb burns the towels. Quantos pedaços você quer? How many pieces do you want? Sim, ela parece doente. Yes, she seems ill. Ela observa as meninas. Yes. Ele leva álcool para o festival. Eles carregam os livros. Ergueu. A menina tenta. Oh, wait. Prova a sopa. There we go. Ela diz. Not ele. Ela diz que não sonha. She says that she does not dream. Eu preciso dar presente para ele. There we go. I need you to give him a present. Ele cabe na cama. He fits in the bed. Eu deixo o pão na geladeira. Eu deixo o pão dentro, inside the fridge. Eles, I forget what, através o almoço atrasa. Ela precisa de peso para a geladeira. Uma peça. Okay. Oh, I spelled precisa wrong. I'm frying my brain right now. Okay. Wow, we're up in 17th place. Let's keep going. Let's do one more. Eles queimam o bife. Ele ensina inglês. He teaches English. Os meninos fecham a janela. Nós deixamos DEIXAMOS a xícara with an A. A xícara. We leave the cup. Eles riem dela, they laugh at her. O carteiro viaja com sua filha. Com a filha. Os escritores agradecem seus leitores. Agradecem. Ok. Eles provam o arroz. Ok. O carteiro viaja the J com sua filha. Okay. Os escritores agradecem seus leitores. Alright, and we got the 20 XP. Obrigado pelo presente. Sua proteção, your protection. Oh shit, the protection. Why did I read that as yours? I don't know. I'm scrambling right now. But we made it to 15th place at least. I was hoping to get to 10th place just to feel good in life. But 15th place isn't that bad. Especially considering the fact that we started at like with 500 XP. It's only Wednesday, by the way, guys. Like, how much would I have to do a day? Like, that's about like, what's 8 divided by 3? I guess I'm doing like 350, or like, hell, wow, Stephanie. Stephanie's stopping by to say hello. Hello, Stephanie. I was just about to conclude my evening broadcast. It's good to see ya. I think you're still here. The USN Ret. It's good to stopping by to say hello. What's up? Hola, tudo bom? Eu estou muito bem, e você? 15th place is very good. Yes, but if I get below 26th place, I get demoted, which is, it's a, I guess considering that I don't really have much time left of this day, I will say that, you know, like, look at the top 10, like, first place is 1869, nice, you know, and then, like, 10th place is at least 1,000, and it's only Wednesday, and here I am, 815, a measly 815 days, and I forgot what I got last week. I think I got like 1,700. So I'm gonna have to make a lot in one of these days. I hope. I hope that happens. U.S. Navy retired. Oh, Rhett. Okay. I get it. How long have you been? Did I ask you how long you were in the Navy? Like 40,000 years. No, I don't think so. The Navy, man. Is it true that they hired like professional gay men to like trick like naval, like people from the Navy when it was primarily men, you know, in the Navy, to like, wasn't there like they had like a secret agent gay guy to see who would like do it in the butt with them, and then that was like the way that they could weed out gay people. Over 20 years, wow. Remember, it's not about points, it's also about personal progress. Yeah, I know, but I've made it about the points and the daily streak. Over 20 years, holy crap. You must have a really good retirement. That's pretty cool. Maybe I should have done that. So the thing is I never heard of that crap before. I heard about it. I don't know if it's true or not. And I don't mean to offend. That's just I heard something about like it wasn't probably wasn't during your time in service, but it was I don't know which war it was for, what era, but I mean I think it might have been like Vietnam or pre-Vietnam. Yeah, like Vietnam, pre-Vietnam era, where like it was only like straight guys that were allowed to be in war. So yeah, it's like, cause like you could just say on your draft for the war, just say you're gay, and then you like, I mean, of course now it's the opposite, but back then, you know, gay was considered like, you know, being gay is like, for some reason back then it was considered bad, but now it's like, now it's encouraged almost. I'm not offended. Originally from the Bronx, New York. Oh, I see. Very nice. Quite a nice. Oh my God! Speaking of which, do you see the wildfire that's been happening in Ottawa, Canada, and it's like towering, like cascading, not towering, cascading all over New York City. It's like you can see the air. It looks like India, for crying out loud. I'm having trouble breathing myself, so I got cough drops. And it's like, it's my saving grace. I thought it was just allergies at first, so I had a little bit of a tincture of my dandelion honey that I've homemade. But it, you know, looking outside and seeing the air, it's like the toxic fumes are getting to me. See, I mean, if I were exposed to things like Agent Orange, I'd probably, well, if you count Roundup, but we can't go there. Even though I think that's literally what Agent Orange is Roundup. Stephanie says, you used to be straight only and you would get kicked out. See? So that's what I'm saying. Oh, it's midnight, by the way. So it's the next day. But, you know, I pretty much did all the things I wanted to do for today for the Duolingos. Yeah, you used to be straight only. Straight men only. I think it stems from like historically it used to be like you had to, if you wanted to vote, you had to sign up for the draft and own land. That was the only criteria. And I think they loosened it up, you know, because they gave women the rights to vote later on, just to have. But honestly, I feel like if they brought that back, if you served in the military, you'd get like politicians like Tulsi Gabbard in office easily. And she, I don't know how she was as a congresswoman of Hawaii, but you know, what she's said all along, I've kind of resonated with when it came to like, you know, she's seen what the cost of war does. And I think that's kind of important when making decisions overseas, you know? Like, I don't know about you, but I like the regime change wars are kind of, I wouldn't say a waste, but like, it's really like eating up the entire economy, you know? It's the only thing we're best at, I suppose. But, you know, I don't want to get into too much of the political side of it. Too much. I say that, but I kind of do. I just don't want to be, like, in trouble. Because I guess, Steph, this is something um this is something I want to ask. What's your opinion on the whole like censorship thing? Cause like sometimes on Duolingo, I'm like, oh yeah, something about the COVIDs or something. Like I remember in like the beginning of my YouTubes of uploading Duolingos, I'm apprehensive of saying too many controversial things that'll mess up my algorithms. Like knowing that it's like an infringement on the rights to free speech. Like do you feel like that needs to be preserved? Because I know and what's it gonna take to preserve it? I guess the First Amendment. I'm not suggesting 2A because like that's illegal to do. I guess to incite anything. But I think the first step would have to be like try to get legal action and stuff like that. Like, is YouTube and Twitch, are YouTube and Twitch and DLive and Trovu and Twitter, are they going to be public platforms where everybody can say whatever the hell they want? And Twitter's got a good start, which is why I have a Twitter account. And I'm actually using it this time. Yeah, so. Excuse me. First Amendment. Yeah, it's good. I just hope it stays. I'm worried about, I don't know, for like the past, like, as long as I've been alive, there's been talks about, the overall undermining of the U.S. and the crippling and fall of the empire. It should happen after 300 years or something like that, where the true decay happens. The government, military, restricts speech all the time. See, I wouldn't have thought of that. They should be defending it. Should be. Keyword should be. But I don't know. Do you ever feel like when you look at the lineage of the history that like there was like no taxation without representation, and then fought a war over that, having states' rights and things like that, to just like we know everything about you, where you're gonna be, where you're gonna go, what you're thinking, and if you say anything about it, we're going to make it look like that you, were so depressed. Or something like that. If you catch my drift. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that, like, beyond, but I guess you kind of get what I'm getting at. Like, where's the breaking point, like, are we gonna have, like, are we gonna have rights or not? Like, the people that are supposed to fight for the rights, they do, but you sign a contract with the government for some years, and you agree to these restrictions. Do you mean like in the military? You can't talk about aliens or something? They do. You sign a contract with the government for some years and they agree. Is that like Tom DeLonge from Blink-182, where like he's contractually obligated to not talk about aliens until it's time to talk about aliens? That's why he was uh that's why he was gone from Blink-182 for so many years. It's because he was really talking to, I don't know, Lord Xenu or something. I don't know. They own you 24/7, 365 for how many years you sign up for. See, that's the thing. I was told that when I was a senior in high school by my parents, and I was they I was just like I was a hardcore tuba player at the time. And I was just like, well, do you guys have a music program that I could just automatically join? And they're like, yeah, we got it. Or I said something like, I want to join one of the bands, and I want to tour the country, being in one of those bands. It's like, yeah, we have a band. Like, you could audition. It's like, okay, but like after basic training, after I signed the papers, and then I just was like, no, I'm too like chubby, or I don't know what excuse I gave, but like I'm flat-footed or something, because that I think is still something that they restrict. I'm not sure though, but I remembered wanting to play in the band, because I do play in marching bands. That's why I know Anchors Away. I don't know the words, but I know the tuba part. Same goes for a lot of patriotic tunes. There's a band, the Music Corps. See, I would do it. I mean, not now, because I'm too much of a I don't know. I don't really see the I don't like the sportsmanship that music has become. Actually, I did. Two things. Trumpet player I used to play with back. It was a trumpet player that I used to. I don't think I ever played with him, actually. I did actually, in a Memorial Town band. His name was Pete, actually, trumpet player, and he actually toured the world, and that's what gave me the inspiration to like see like, oh man, maybe I could like be in one of the bands and stuff like that. But ever since like stuff has kind of moved to like DJs and whatnot, it's like, is there even like, would I have to be a sports musician, not like an artist, but like who can learn as you go? Like, would I have to be perfect before the audition and do that? And to which I would say, like, yeah, I don't know if I would be good enough to like play in the group or to audition even. Yeah, so like the band, the Music Corps, you still go to basic training. You're still required to have military duties and be within health, weight, fitness requirements. Yeah, I could do that part. The fitness requirements and stuff is not too hard for me. But yeah, the whole signing your soul, I'm not that like, I'm not a guy, okay. I'm not the type of person that like gets tattoos. Like, people who get tattoos, like, they like something that much to permanently etch it on their skin. I'm going to sound like Neil deGrasse Tyson for a sec. But he's right. I agree with him. There's nothing that cool for me to etch on my skin permanently. And that goes for organizations, too. Like, I don't like dedicating myself to one specific organization through and through, because then it just ends up becoming one note, pun intended. There's a music tool and you have to meet the levels. Yeah, no, I suck. I do like playing the like. I don't suck. Like if I trained up, I'd be like hella good. Might be worth the pay. You can be able to follow rules and take orders. See, that's the part. There's the discrepancy there. I'm a rebel. No need for tattoos. No, I'm using the tattoo thing as like a what's the word? As an analogy for what I'm trying to get at. It's like dedicating myself to a specific organization is like tattoos for me. I don't have tattoos because there's nothing, no symbol, no nothing that represents anything is 100% perfect or pure in my eyes. Yeah, rebels don't last long. Yeah, exactly. So it's like I'm better off. But what I'm implying is that it was a thought many years ago. and it's, to me, it feels, I don't mean to be insulting here, but it does, when it comes to following orders in an art form, it does take away from the art. There's no art at that point. When you're just kind of like submissive towards following exact orders, nah, that's not creative at all. That's somebody else telling you what to do, and if it doesn't serve the song well, it doesn't serve the song well. And there are points in musicianship where you have to carve in your own inflection. See, this is this hippy-dippy part of myself. And I'm kind of like I don't know. I'm kind of like what's the word? I'm like an awkward middle ground of a person, you know? I like the strict militant thing, but only when I am disciplined. I discipline myself on my terms. But when it comes to, like, you know, just, to a point, like you can't just completely, put yourself in a box. That's not where music grows. And it's my big problem with music school, honestly. Like, you don't just, like, bully, like, the exact way in playing and doing things. And I'm pretty sure, I guess this goes to show, like, when it comes to, like, college itself and how militant professors can be, where, like, you don't follow the exact orders, blah, 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 you suck, you fail, right? But, like, after there's no structure, all the structure's gone and you're just retired, you're done, right? Then what? You have no structure. You've got, I'm sure, like, maybe a lot of people would, structure their lives based on, like, what the military gave them. But for me, it would be like a relief, and then I would just have no structure at all. and because I would rely so heavily on something that is so well set up to do it. Like, I don't know, I need the creativity to set up my own discipline system. It's I like being disciplined. Like, here's the dichotomy of myself. I like being disciplined, but only on my own terms. There's a level of and the philosophy stems from the creativity aspect of it, you know. There's not enough. I don't think there's enough of it. Like if you're like trained into being a sports musician for like 20 years and that's all you know. Like when I was younger, when I was in high school, like midway through high school, it's like this is all I want to do 3 hours a day, 8 hours a day. Just play tuba all day, play trombone all day, right? Very one note though after a while. And I think if I was talked to when I was like 16 or 15 by like a military professional in the music corps, I would probably do that actually. But eventually when I started branching out and getting bored with the one thing, I moved to other things, but just the lack of direction that I had stemmed to me eventually becoming kind of good at multiple instruments rather than sportsmanlike in just one. There are no sports musicians in the Navy. They feel lost after leaving. Exactly. The structure's so good and so drilled in, right? That there's no self-discipline. And this is a philosophy that I've discovered when I was actually a younger person, like maybe 17, 16. Cuz like with school, like when I go home from school, I figured out that like nobody's really going to tell you what to do cuz you're on your own terms. My parents weren't really that strict. The teachers were kind of laissez-faire, and they don't care if you do the homework or not, but you get a grade marked down. So I just, had to basically carry my own leash, if that makes sense. You ever see that meme of the golden retriever carrying its own leash? Because most people around them they're just not helping. That's what I sometimes feel like, and that's a testament of life, of course. But there are a lot of people that stick to that bubble, that of relying on structure. My sister worked for Disney for almost 10 years as a PhotoPass photographer. She loved the structure, right? Who wouldn't, like I wish that I had, like the economy was designed towards careers where you could just go to a fuddy-duddy job, do the same thing every day and die and sell your shit and move to Florida, right? But now it's just gigs, Now it's just gigs. And, whatever you could get, whatever job you could get, whatever, higher pay you could get for doing this thing, for doing that thing, for doing the other thing. And while you have the job that you are supposed to just nestle and be comfortable in, there are still, the best thing to do is to just keep looking. Because you don't know when you're going to be fired or let go. Because it's very blindsiding. And I think it might have something to do with the fact that we got out of the gold standard, or, maybe like the law, the executive orders that were utilized in 1913 that created this, peaks and troughs of financial institutions that kind of have a chokehold over everything that we do. The thing is to find your passion. Find your grail. Find your grail. Yeah, today's times are fickle. And I don't think it's just the millennials either. Like, I like blaming myself. We piss me off. That's what I always say. We're kind of stupid. We're very lazy. We're entitled. Who isn't after a certain age, right? eventually we got to take responsibility, and I think a lot of us have. But the amount of like, I don't know. It just feels like, I guess as a millennial, it feels like that it's harder. Like it looked so easy back then. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Could you just form a business and like or could you just like work a minimum wage job and like get a down payment on a house after a couple months and like work there consistently for a while? Like one of my ex-girlfriend's mothers just worked at like supermarket and made a career out of that, and they bought like a modular house and plopped it on a plot of land. Like they both pooled in their collective income and got their own place. Now it's like, you need two incomes just to get in an apartment. If you want to have kids, that's going to be even more expenses. So it's inflation changed all that. The problem is not inflation. It's the fact that, the currency system has not been right since 1913. I think it was Woodrow Wilson was the president at the time. And he passed an executive order, during Christmas weekend, actually, that, established all the evils of the world, I would argue to say. Your career used to take care of you for life, but not anymore. Yeah, pretty much. There's no loyalty. That's the sign of decay. There's in anything, and I think that's the dare I say KGB step one in the KGB playbook of dismantling a free country is demoralization. Make the Star Wars sequel suck. Make the new make the new Transformers shows like woke. Make every kids show or everything just woke and stupid. And old intellectual properties founded in America, just make them dumb. And that's like the first step of demoralization. And also, mess with the currency system periodically through, century-long manipulations. And then, it boils down to us just trying to figure things out, and that's pretty much it. Anyways, I'd like to continue the conversation more. I'd like to hear your job without receiving anything back. I mean, look, if I wish somebody would have told me that it's just not realistic. Why millennials and Gen Z are lazy? I think it's simply what's the point? What the hell's the point of working way too much? If you work more than 50, 60 hours a week, I get that in a pinch for a span of 2 weeks to a month if money's tight, right? Because sometimes that happens. But if it's all the time, just to have the pride in saying, oh, I bought my own house, you're not even going to enjoy it or live in it. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I started this Duolingo show as a way of me maybe making money someday. I don't know. But the censorship and the algorithms it's too complicated for me. I feel like I would have to hire a specialist on how to optimize the titles of things, because it's noisy, you know. But yeah, that's that's pretty much my spiel. Like I think more McDonald's workers would be passionate about what they did. I don't think we should raise the minimum wage, because wages, cost of living will just go up around the minimum wage. But I think that there's got to be something. Like, it would be nice if, like, $1 today was worth $1 100 years ago, you know? Or if there's, like, some kind of a rule, if you're gonna raise the cost of living up or inflate the dollar at a specific time, it's like, okay, just move the decimal place. This is how much minimum wage is now, the minute you decide to inflate the economy and print more money. But yeah, I pretty much did everything I wanted to do. It's getting pretty late. Some things that I did in my day, I did a job, in the haze. On my phone, it says that there's a haze. Like, the weather warning on your phone, it says haze. I've never seen that before. I didn't know that was a thing. Because I don't live in a desert, right? And it's hard to breathe out there. So I did a full shift, just setting up equipments today, like audio-visual equipments and stuff. And yeah, it was good. It felt rewarding. It wasn't too stressful. I'm Gen X. We are the generation that taking care of the baby boomer parents and the millennial children. Yeah, it must be a pain in the ass. I think my dad is like on the cusp between between the baby boomer era and Gen X, because he's the youngest. I think my grandmother had him when she was 40. And they were like World War II era parents. Very, very. I actually saw a video of my grandfather. Rest his soul. Really nice, down to earth guy. I never really heard him talk in a serious manner because I was too young for that. But he was there's not many people like that are just normally just in it to be a part of something, and everybody's, I guess, stuck in the me generation, baby boomers, and millennials are what I would call the me-er generation, more me than me. And I like the Gen X show. Was it Gen X Talks on TikTok or YouTube? I like that guy. He's very grumpy, but I would be disgruntled too if I saw the trajectory of where things are going as far as the next generations and all that. But I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a generation that's going to, if it's not millennials or Gen Z or Generation Alpha, it'll be somebody that pulls the strings and, really gets things moving. Millennials just want a seat at the table and to have a chance to bat. I feel like there's too much puppy guarding. Like Congress is a retirement home, There's... What about millennials? There's so many bright and new ideas that's not insanely, stupid either. It's not just, all this, anti-constitutional bullcrap, right? There's millennials that actually aren't just one-sided. I know it's hard to see because, we got AOC isn't she representing New York? I feel bad for Gen Z. They are lost. Hey, millennials at one point were lost too, and I think Gen Z, once they get older, they'll figure it out. And I really think that that's kind of how it goes. The circle of life. We're all stupid, and we figure it out eventually, and we get our heads out of our asses after a while. I hope so. I mean, I'm still working on mine. It's stuck in there. As far as getting ahead and all that stuff, all I've been doing is just doing my Duolingos every day, helping my sister out. She's had stage 3 metastatic breast cancer, helping my dad out whenever he needs me to work for his business, and then just kind of part-time nurse. Part-time Duolingoer, part-time, streamer, and, wearing multiple hats and stuff, and trying to, just trying to, I don't know, get ahead with finances and stuff on the side, too. That generation doesn't believe in truth. Referring to Gen Z, I'm assuming. I wouldn't say that. I would say, for me, I was very stubborn with the truth. And I think it has something to do with the fact that when you go at somebody head on, like you insult the shit out of them, they're going to be like, they're going to double down and not acknowledge anything that you have to say. Because that's just the nature of kids. And that's the nature of anybody, really. I suppose it goes back to this whole rebel thing. Like, if you tell me how to think, I'm not going to think that way. Why would I? You're being mean. Everything's fluid, garbage, wishing the best for your family. Oh, thank you. I mean, I wouldn't say everything fluid is garbage, because there is, I'm not talking about, I mean, like, there's a lot of things that are fluid that are garbage, but like, as far as gauging different things that have nothing to do with, like, a direct binary system, like, let's say, I've got a friend who's on the autistic spectrum. Now, if he knew exactly what to do and how to do it, over time, through the magic of neuroplasticity, he's got, well, I guess before I get into that, he's got a disconnect between the communicative part of his brain. Like, physiologically, he has that. But if he knew how to train that, after a while, the connections would slowly happen. But it takes so much time and effort and energy and resources to cultivate that type of training of one's brain. It's kind of like practicing the piano every day. Fluidity of biology nonsense. I wouldn't say so. I believe that when it comes to genetics, to a point, you got to work with what you have, right. But as far as the programming of genetics, I think that that's something that can only happen if you want to do that naturally. It takes just two hours a day of consistent effort. And I don't know if the autistic spectrum is something that's like genetic inherently. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm not exactly sure. But I did have a professor in college that had to really discipline himself and really train out the shortcomings that he had to minimize his Asperger's and things like that. But it's hard. It's hard to do. And it's it's I wonder if there's a study that could be done in neuroplasticity. Oh, you mean non-binary. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that whole identity thing. Here's a tidbit. And this is what makes people lost, right? The minute you identify with something, doesn't matter what, if you identify with something and then somebody else insults that thing you identify with, you're going to feel attacked. There's this physiological response that you have to being in danger. Like you're being attacked. You as a person, you're put on the chopping block, and you will do anything you can to defend it instinctually. That's why you see so many of those videos online of people freaking out over being misgendered or something like that. It has to do with the fact that their identity is tied so heavily to something that could be easily made fun of. And when somebody, when some jackass decides to do it, they do it, and it drives them nuts. I figured that out from my own experience in life. I've identified with my music and with playing the tuba, and I got insulted a lot for it, and it really hurt me. It felt like I was attacked because of how deeply identified I was in that thing. And even like with some of the conversations I have with some of my friends that I game with sometimes, I he's a big fan of, I have a friend who's a really big fan of Kingdom Hearts video game. And I criticized the ending to it because, I didn't think it really fit the overall theme that was set up initially. Or, this one Dungeons and Dragons series that's also on Twitch, and I said like something basic that wasn't even offensive, but he raised his voice at me. And so I had to say in a calm voice, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you center your identity around something and somebody makes fun of it, or somebody, does anything that they can to dismiss it, you're going to feel personally attacked. I understand the attack reflex, but forcing someone to bend to your chosen identity is not right. That's true. Yeah, no, you're right. And it undermines, yet again, the First Amendment, That would cause my attack reflex. Because maybe it's that you identify with the fact that, with facts, or like how things are seen, in a general consensus. It is what it is, right? Seeing things as they are and accepting them is a philosophy. And that's the other thing, too. Yeah, identifying with philosophies is something that people hold near and dear. So much so that they live their lives to it. And, I don't know, sometimes it could be a good thing, sometimes it could be a bad thing. It's good for a consistent life. And I'm not trying to be like all woo-woo, like, oh, you need to let go, blah, 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 of this, that, or the other thing. No, I'm trying to, like, find a happy medium in some way, shape, or form. But I would say, I guess, it would go a long way if acknowledgement was made, not for their identity or how they choose to identify with, or how they would identify. It's just acknowledge that, like, there's something about them that doesn't, for them, feel right. And they're trying to make it feel right, and they don't know what to do, and they feel misguided. I guess that's where you would say they're lost. But, when it comes to, like, talking to somebody like that, you have to go in with, like, the way that they would perceive the world. And takes a lot. It's a lot of energy. It's very tiring. I understand why most people don't. I guess, for example, like, I was a hardcore left-wing millennial when I was a lot younger. And, I made a friend online that's from the South. And honestly, I really wanted to hear this person out, see what she had to say, get her perspective. All this, like, rhetoric that's said about people from the South and how they're so stupid and deplorable and all that stuff. I was like, that can't be true. Like, when I was younger, I was just like, that can't be true. Let me hear somebody out. Let me see how they're living their lives from their perspective and really, really get an idea for them. Nobody does that. Nobody fully acknowledges each other. And if we did, we would really have a better I don't know, we would have peace. Some sort of some sort of respect for one another. But yeah, it's the thing. I think you should, like, I guess when crossing that bridge of like what, like, the identity thing and whatnot, it's like, I guess it's like, why identify like that? And sometimes the answer is just like, I wonder if it's like a retaliation towards, like, okay, this person is a protected class. How do I get into that? How do I get into the LGBT class of people? So we just identify with one thing, and then we're in, baby. Oh yeah, Pride Month, ahoy! Welcome to June. And why do they got to pick the nicest month to to celebrate it too? Don't get me wrong. Before I knew the gay flag was a bunch of rainbows, as a kid I loved rainbows because of how colorful they were. It's kind of like how you sell a kid Lucky Charms, like, it's all colorful, or it's sugary cereal, but it's all full of poison. It's kind of symbolic when you think of it. I have no issue with LGBT people, but pretending the men are real women is where they draw the line. Freedom of expression, all that. Yeah, that's really good. And I agree with that too. But I just when it comes to the stuff that they put in schools, teaching kids that stuff, even on Blue's Clues, like, what is a... My sister had to get a mastectomy. I would never want anybody to get that, ever, if they didn't have to, because it feels like you're removing a part of your body, a part of you, And if you have to, of course. But if you're told that, like, if you're destigmatizing that type of cosmetic surgery just for the sake of cosmetic surgery, there's a vested interest in there somewhere that makes people money. And I don't know if you saw the same, like, Blue's Clues clip, but like why are there beavers getting top surgery in the background of the float of that episode? It's beyond me. Co-opting women's spaces because I feel like a woman. Feel like a woman, Shania Twain. Yeah, I mean, there's this one guy that said, like, race was kind of more of a social construct than gender, because there's less biological differences between races. But ironically, that's the explanation as to why race isn't a biological or isn't a social construct, because leftists actually say that race is a isn't a construct because biology segregates the different races and ethnicities. Wait a minute. So, like, why can't it be the same for, like, X and Y chromosomes? And I think there's a lot of people in that movement that have been groomed into this schizophrenic idea of believing two contradicting things to be true. The two things can be true at once, but, like, two contradicting things both being true at the same time, it's a little weird nonetheless. Yeah, everything's warped and twisted. I mean, I'm a big fan of David Icke. I saw his Awaken seminar that's like 9 hours long. Probably not on YouTube anymore because they banned him, but it was probably somewhere on Rumble. But his whole, a lot of the stuff that he dives into is kind of, it's not sure if it's true or not, but his explanation on inversion, everything's is inverted, the financial system destroys the currency, university destroys education, religion destroys spirituality, this, that, and the other thing. And just he listed a bunch of them, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of true, Healthcare makes you sick. And we're all, led to believe that, and this just like false belief, and kind of just give everything that we have to to just, I don't know, the powers that be that are currently alive. I don't mean to be all like religious on anybody, but if there's some sort of divine entity that is out there in the aether, they're not some asshole that's like in some world government setup that grooms people to, universally force us to all get on the same page. And sometimes that means compromising freedom. That's BS. Nobody wants to do that. I mean, the people who are fooled into the psychosis will be, but I just, there's nothing good that comes from centralization of power if it's not to something that's divine. And humans are far from that. We haven't raised ourselves up to that level of divinity at all, because nobody even believes in it. Like, hardly anybody believes in it. You got like tribes of like hippies like summoning Sasquatch in the Pacific Northwest, and they're like, oh yeah, we're just in tune with nature, and they do a bunch of spiritual practices and stuff, and that's pretty hippy dippy. But like, if you start seeing spaceships show up in this like peaceful, tranquil cultivation of divinity, I wonder if we did that for the rest of the world, how better the world would be. I'm not saying we should just get into a drum circle and quit our day job, but a little bit of that, a little bit of something that makes you feel lighter psychologically, even if you just look at it from a psychological level, it gives you a better sense of purpose in life. Of course, there's too many drugs pouring in the country for us to do anything about that or care. You're looking very tired, my friend. I don't want to keep you up. Yeah, it's almost 1 a.m. But yeah, I did pretty much everything I wanted to do. It's a good conversation, Steph. I really appreciate it. I always like being a good friend. I try. And I try to give my best 2 cents. But yeah, that's today. 1,008 days on the daily streak. I can't believe we made it this far. I'm a bit, as I said, I'm a bit tired. And hopefully we stay in Diamond League for this week. But, if not, perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. And I'm tired because of all the all the smoke that I've been breathing in from the wildfire in Ottawa, Canada, that's been blown over to the northeastern region. But yeah, that is 1,008 on the daily streak. Let's say a final goodbye for the flame of the day for this stream. And joining me is the lovely Stephanie from D-Live, which I never thought I would ever get viewers from. So representing with the with the D-Live representation, and yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'm almost also on my YouTube video, the 999 day commemoration video that I uploaded has almost got 500 views, which I didn't even think it would get anything past 20. So that's awesome. I'm excited to finalize the 1,000 day commemoration video, but I'll play both, and we'll get going. So as always, folks, obrigado por assistir. Boa noite. And ciao for now. Take care.